Hi there. Sensei Victoria Whitfield here from victoriawhitfield.com for your weekly love letter. Spirit brought up a really interesting topic this week as we continue our discussion of attracting more money into our lives. Hashtag MLMM. The topic this week is meditation. So if you're one of those people who says, I don't have time for meditation, or I can't meditate, this one's for you, baby. Mwah! Cut the bullshit. Did that come out? Be kind to yourself. You meditate a lot more than you think you do. And you also, if you're avoiding meditation or feeling like you can't and things like that, it's just outside of your field. It may be because there's something in there that you're afraid to uncover. So I'm just going to jump right into it as far as what Spirit's been telling me to relay to you this week is, why do we meditate? Right? Why? And the answer I'm getting, point blank, is to build trust. Why do we go on any form of spiritual journey or set out seeking connections and things like that? It's to build and cultivate trust. If you can embrace trust 100% in spirit as well as in yourself, same difference, by the way, your life will change irrevocably. But the thing about trust is that it just doesn't fall on you. It has to be built over time. This isn't something that we can take for granted, especially if things have happened in our life that have caused us to lose trust. Trust in our lovers, trust in our children, trust in a job or a position to take care of us, trust in our parents, trust in our friends. Sometimes things happen so bad that we'll lose our trust in God or even in ourselves, right? But meditation is a wonderful, wonderful tool to help rebuild trust, first in our spirits, then in ourselves, and then in others. Why? Because it builds focus. Trust and focus go hand in hand in this technique of self-development, personal development rather, meditation. So, why do we meditate? The practice of meditation now is, like, I'm getting so many images from Spirit right now. It could be this. There are thousands and thousands of different ways for you to be in a meditative state. But it's important, first and foremost, if you're playing with meditation or if you're hearing people talk about meditation or recommending it to you or thinking, I should. If you're on that path, first and foremost, you're going to want to notice how you are already meditating. Now, meditation, therefore, needs to be defined. I define meditation as anything that creates a state of flow. Now, that could also be interpreted as I'm in the vortex, or I'm in the zone, or I've hit my stride, or I feel the beat. I feel the rhythm moving through me. I feel really good. But it's more than just being really good. It's focused good. Right? So everything else just starts honing in, like getting tighter and tighter and tighter until there's this sense of, wow, I'm laser focused right now. So you could be reading a book and the time disappears. You were meditating. You were deep in meditation when you were reading that book. That's why time disappears. That's a sign, by the way. If time just seems super duper relative, like more so than it already is, if it just flies by, chances are you were in a meditative state. Okay? So if you're having an amazing conversation, that is also another form of meditation. If you are biking or running or swimming and just you're losing yourself in the experience, not losing yourself, more losing your mind in the experience of like, I'm not with anything else other than the feeling of this movement right now. You are meditating, right? So you don't have to look like Om and legs all up in a pretzel to be meditating. It's just important to notice, when am I in a state of flow? When am I in the zone? When am I focused? Spirit said this week that focus is extremely important for attracting more love and more abundance in your life. Because when you're focused, you're clear. Right? When we're clear, there's no doubt, there's no adjustments. Our energy is less hazy, it's solid and ready to be manifested. So if we're calling down more love and abundance out of the larger part of who we really are in spirit, if we're calling that down, we need to be clear. But in order to cultivate clarity, we need to meditate. We love to meditate is the thing already. There's constructive forms of meditation, and there's not so constructive forms of meditation. So a non-constructive form of meditation is listening to someone tell you their sob story and dump and dump and dump, and there is nothing that exists outside of this person telling you all their drama and dump story, right? So that is a non-constructive form of meditation. Another non-constructive form of meditation is, oh my gosh, I'm on Facebook looking at puppies and kittens, and this person put their cookies in the thing, and oh my gosh, this person got killed over on that side of the world that I don't live nearby, and hours. Before you know it, hours pass by because you're just inside, screen sucking your cell phone or your tablet or your computer, right? There's this sense of my spirit isn't being filled by this meditation time. Instead, it's being drained. Like the vitality from me is being drained out of it. That's a sign of a non-constructive meditation going on. Another one is just channel surfing on TV, where there's nothing on, and I'm aware that there's nothing on. There are 800 channels. I've flipped through all of them, or at least I've seen them scrolling down through the menu, and there's nothing on. Remember, focused. We're completely focused on this, but that isn't filling your spirit. That's just eating your time. It's just eating your time, right? So why do we meditate? We meditate to bring more intention to how we're already in flow state, in and out throughout the day. But the end result is, by building our focus muscle, right, through meditative exercises, by building our focus muscle, we also, as a byproduct, cultivate trust. Now, if you're having trouble meditating, or if you're running from meditation in the energy, the spirits are saying that you need to know there's an underlying trust issue that is going to remain there until you put it on the top of the table, bring it to the surface, and let's look at it. So, I'm going to ask you, I hear you, Oracle card, like jumping out. I'm going to ask you, who broke your trust? They're telling me to ask another question. When did you break your own trust in yourself? Maybe you want to pause the video right now and write down anything that's coming up. But who broke your trust? Or how did you break your trust to yourself? If anything comes up, or if you're like, I don't know just yet, that's okay. They're saying watch to the end of this video and then revisit the questions again. It may also hit you after you finish watching the video later in the day. Bam! Oh. That's how I broke my trust in myself, because I said I would leave at a certain time from the meeting, and that person came up to me that always comes up to me and, so let me ask you a question, and I broke my trust to myself because I can't be trusted. Or I broke my trust in myself where I said I wouldn't go back to him again because I know, or I said I wouldn't go back to her again because I know that he or she is just gonna use me. They've done it before, over and over again, and I promised myself that I wouldn't go back to that person or eat that chocolate again or have that second, third glass of wine. I promised myself it was only going to be one, but I can't be trusted. If you can't focus, if you can't hone your sense of self-discipline, then it's hard to trust in yourself, let alone others. Okay? Wow. That hit me right in my chest. So I'm feeling you out there. If that one just hit home, I felt that. Okay? So now's the time for the Oracle card of the week. The deck that it's coming from is Daily Guidance from Your Angels by Doreen Virtue. And in the energy there, as we're exploring why do we meditate and also why do we not, I was shuffling the cards and asking, what do we need to know right now about meditation and how to focus? What steals our focus? Especially, say we've tried and it's just like, forget it. You know, I'm sitting here, my mind's screaming at me, I'm just completely not in a flow state. I tried meditating, Victoria, it's not working. I'm done. Just like, you're only going to try it once, and if it doesn't work out once, you're done. The same way I'm going to try walking on a treadmill to lose 30 pounds, and if I don't lose all 30 pounds in the first 30 seconds of being on that treadmill, it's done. I'm not coming back. It takes time, but okay. So, hey, if we're in that mindset of like one and done, or it just doesn't work for me, here's something that may be contributing to the situation, because this is the Oracle card that came up. There's nothing to worry about. So it's this beautiful male angel with an atom up above his head, holding a dove that looks very colorful with the rainbow around it. His hand is on his heart, and he's just surrounded by the cosmos. And in the energy, they're saying that this depiction is to show your unity with all that is around you. Right? So we've got all of the cosmos and this connection to the heart, dove representing peace. All that is connected through the heart link, through our heart center, right? And all that is at peace. all that is protected. Angels represent protection and an elevated state of consciousness. If all of that's true, then really there's nothing to worry about. But let's get reading. You are safe, and this situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. The angels send this card to you because you've been needlessly worrying. Worry is a form of prayer that draws to you that which you do not desire. I'm going to reiterate that. We're always asking, right? So worrying is a form of prayer that draws to you that which you don't desire, that what you don't want. Right? The more you worry, the more you're asking for what the object of your worry is. Release your worries to your angels, as there truly is nothing to worry about. As there's truly nothing to worry about. In fact, your worries could create a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everything's much better than you imagine. Ask the angels to release you from worry. And happy outcomes are actually inevitable when you do this. Avoid worrying, lest the negative emotions pull you and the situation that you're thinking about pull it down. The angels are with you and everything's okay. So here's why many of us, including me, have trouble with meditation. We're worried. Someone in the energy just said control disorder. Whoa, that was direct. I feel like I'm blushing. Yeah, the reason why we worry is because we're trying to control something that we can't, something that we don't have enough data on, something we don't have the ability to engage right now. We're just trying to control it anyway. Let it go. When you're in a meditation state, thoughts, distractions, pains in your body, sounds, all of that is going to happen. Don't control it. Let it happen. If you have to burp, maybe that was part of your body processing something. Guess, but why would you hold yourself in to be like, I'm gonna focus? And you're building up all this excess resistance. That was a really crazy example. Whatever. It just comes out. But why would you hold on to resistance or trying to control, rather, things that are coming up if you're supposed to be in a flow state? If you were trusting that when I'm in a meditation state, whatever has to happen for me to remain in flow is gonna. Right? If you're that open to the process, meditation becomes a lot easier, because if things come up, like stress during your meditation comes up, you realize it within the context. You don't have to worry like, oh my God, I'm doing it wrong. Let me adjust it. Or, oh, I'm listening to a guided meditation. I should shut down what's happening inside of me. And pay attention to what the person's saying. No. Let go. The object of meditation is to cultivate focus, but without trying to control. Because the gift is trust. Focus without being controlling is possible. Flow is a form of focus. Now, we can put water, say, like as an example of flow, through a nozzle, and that will focus the energy of the water. It'll make it move faster, right? But water itself, you can't really control. You can just kind of direct, because it's a free-flowing element. Awareness is the same. So be kind to yourself when you're trying to meditate and you're having a hard time, or if you think you can't, think again, because you're already meditating, okay? So that's actually your assignment for this week. Notice, how am I already meditating? Is it with my cell phone? Is it when I'm driving? Is it when I'm petting my dog and, talking to him? Oh, you're so sweet. Is it when I'm listening to someone speak or watching TV? Right? How am I already meditating? If you don't currently have a meditation practice, because you do. And if you are meditating now, your assignment instead, for the rest of us, if you already are meditating, the challenge is, how can I trust more? How can I use this experience of sitting and doing my mantras, or doing yoga, or doing my sacred running time, or just sitting in silence like Vipassana? How can I use this to trust more? What did I do that compromised my ability to trust 100% in all that is? Okay? So if something's coming up, or if you have any other questions, also if you have any video requests, send me an email back, comment comment below, and let me know what you think and what's coming up for you. All right? I will see you next week. Mwah. Bye.